job, guys. We made it. Where is he now? Oh shit. Oh shit. By now, Elden Ring, the latest creation from Software, established itself amongst its followers and despite its haters as one of the best games of the year, and that's only by the second month of the year starting. Talking about setting the bar high. And now hundreds if not thousands of channels have made videos on the lore, the speedruns, the builds, the cheese, the challenges, and everything that is to be done about Soulsbourne's game. I wonder what the new name's gonna be. Like Souls Ring? Soulsbourne Ring? Ring likes? Anyways, this video took me a lot of time, basically because I spent the majority of time of the game came out watching other people play, because I personally only played Dark Souls 2 and I rage quit after some skeletons kept bullying me. And after I decided to finally buy the game and play it, I was too busy playing. So what did I, a total Souls noob or an uninitiated, have to say about the game? Well, if you're like me and you love open world RPGs like Fallout and The Witcher 3 being two of my most played games on my Steam library, you'll appreciate what Elden Ring has done to the Soul franchise, taking that narrow corridor full of enemies, and if you don't beat this boss, literally you can't progress type game, to massive large areas with freedom of movement without losing the tension that most of those encounters generate. And the areas are large. One of the most impressive things about the game is how vast it is when you open the map. At the beginning it's like okay, and then a few hours in you're like damn, you got 13 different areas on the surface and below to go to and explore, and each one has their own theme, like the rot fields of Caelid or the academy grounds of Raya Lucaria. On top of being full of unique enemies and bosses and the lore, don't even get me started on the lore. I honestly ignore most of the lore in this game because you don't really read much when you're too busy running away from things and then dying to those things that were chasing you. So almost 80 hours in, I decided to watch a couple of lore videos, and oh my god. Did you know that Godfrey the Crafter is actually Godfrey's son, but he hid during the war using a mimic tutu, and he started grafting people to gain power because no one actually liked him and they thought he was weak, and then Millennia beat us, and then they got to be in the average to get the Godfrey trials, and not actually Godfrey but his brother Godfrey the Crafter. They actually grafted people too. It's a lot of lore. But that's another characteristic of FromSoft games. They make excellent games, create excellent stories without necessarily putting in 300 single files in a glossary menu that you'll never read later. Everything has a story and a why, and if you want to find out about it, you're gonna have to do some digging. Now, to the important stuff. Can a noob play this game? Yes, absolutely. Is it hard? Yes, abso-fucking-lutely.
Get shit on! Get shit on! Get shit on! Your ass!
But that's the point. Every Soul games is known for one thing. They are hard. They are ridiculously hard. And when you think you have things figured out is when the game surprises you with another layer of bullshit that makes you want to Alt F4.
Fuck this shit. Fuck it.
But how can you enjoy a game like that? One of the biggest complaints that I see going around the internet is that the game doesn't have an easy mode.
But you, I am afraid, are maidenless.
And there's loads of channels that can explain better than me why you don't need one, or why one will actually ruin the game, so I won't go into that. But the thing that makes Elden Ring playable on top of that enjoyable is that it's an open world. That means if you don't want to fight that boss and get your ass kicked out for 5 hours straight, then don't. Go away, ride your horse far from there, try not to die twice in the same spot, level up your characters, your weapons, your summons, your drip, come back and get your ass kicked for 1 hour instead, because you will do significantly more damage, but you still need to learn the boss's attack pattern. So the first hours of these games are going to be painful until you learn how to play or get good. Like, look at that. Isn't that the face of someone who's having a great time? But with that option of coming back and fight better prepared, it adds a comfort that maybe I am not bad, which you probably are. I'm just unprepared, which I believe is a brilliant thing, and the reason why this game almost had 1 million players when it first came out. Of course, most of the players didn't stay long, because like I said, the game is not easy. But the point is that by changing that, FromSoft made this game accessible to a much bigger player base, literally knocking it out of the park and making the rest of the open world developers a little bit salty.
You're gonna squirt some? You're gonna cry? Huh?
I could also add that this game kinda has an easy mode depending who you ask. Just play mage and assure comment everything that comes in front of you and have your mimic do the same thing. So if you want to be a mage and shoot spells from afar, or strength build and cosplay as Guts, or a weeb like me and walk around in a death mask wielding katanas, the game will let you do that, and more. Now, because of recent patches causing some of the bosses to insta if you have any status effect in your build, as well, me playing double katana split frost build, I haven't made any progress toward beating the game, and some part of me wishes I jump on this game as soon as I could, because some of the bosses are so cool. Like Radahn jumping into the sky and landing as a meteor with his horse, which, by the way, the horse has a name, it's called Leonard, and the story behind it is cute as fuck. Please do yourself a favor and Google it. Or Godric taking the head of that dragon and shouting, "Forefathers one and all, bear witness." I mean, like, oh, it's so fucking hype. So I think the game is going to win a lot of awards. If not overall game of the year, it's gonna win an award for its scenery design, its epic soundtrack. I mean, just hang around the start menu for a little bit and tell me you don't feel ready to take on arms against a huge stone gargoyle, or two for that matter. Then I don't know what will. But if none of that happens, I think the game still leaves you with a very clear message, and I believe this is the case with most, if not all, of the Souls franchise. No matter how many times you fail, you'll eventually win if you keep trying. It took me 3 hours to rage quit against Margit the first time I put the game, and that's not mentioning the previous times I raged because of losing my souls in Stormbay Castle against those fucking knights. I honestly hate dudes with shields for now. I developed a particular hate with dudes with shields. I mean, but the next morning I started the game and I beat him on my second try after learning how to dodge its attacks. Granted, I used Roger and Jellyfish, but that's the thing. It can be as hard as you want it to be, and one thing that I'll agree with the non-summon bros level 1 club no upgrades is that beating the boss on your own is very rewarding, and using all the things that the game gives you, like summons, crafted items, player summons, can take a little bit away from that feeling. But those are there for a reason. I mean, they are game mechanics after all, so if you want to roll with that, go for it. I mean, who cares? Have fun in your own terms. After that fight, the game actually became more enjoyable. I explored more, I got better weapons, I set up room farming spots, because I understood that it was a matter of trying and learning, and that's how another 70 hours went by. If there's anything bad to say about the game, could be the performance issues that sometimes you get, especially on PC. I can safely admit that the best time to get a frame drop is not when two colossal swords are coming down on your head, but the negatives end there. The game is complete. There's no DLC that will unlock the final boss. If you want that drip that the Black Flame Mage is rocking, just kill a bunch of them and he will eventually drop it. No Elden bucks needed. It's all there, go get it. Which is another reason why this game stepped down so hard in the gaming scene. I think this game is hands down the best game you can try if you want to get into the Soulsbourne series like I did. The game will build the mental resilience on you, whether you like it or not. You probably rage quit a lot still afterwards, but that's just a part of the game. I'm so excited to finish this game, to become Elden Lord, and then try to solo Millennia. I'll probably die 200 times to it, and I'll make a video about it. It's literally what's been taking part of my life for the past 2.5 weeks. Like, even if I not playing it, I'm looking into YouTube to like learn about builds. I'm looking into TikTok to find hidden spots. Like, it's just part of everyone's life. It's setting a fucking standard that I guess is gonna be pretty hard to beat for most of the developer companies and most of the games that are gonna come in this year. There's gonna be games that are not up to that Elden Ring level. But that's all for me today, really. That I want to make a video before I continue playing until like patch 104 gets fixed and the bosses don't get insta-kill in the second phase. So if you like this video, please leave us a like, please subscribe, it helps out the channel a lot. Leave in the description below what is your current build, or how many times you beat the game and what builds are you trying. I am really keen on trying different stuff because I'm just going with my brain into dual wielding sword style katanas. But yeah, if you like it, like I said, leave a like, subscribe, share with your friends, and I'll see you in the next video. Take care.